Okay, here we go. The word thunderstorm means a storm with strong winds, rain, and thunder, like a storm with loud sounds from the sky. We stayed inside because of the thunderstorm. Well, that means we didn't go outside because it was raining and there was loud thunder. A thunderstorm is coming tonight. So this means there will be a storm with thunder later, right? The thunderstorm caused a power cut. It means the storm made the electricity stop working. The word tidy means clean and organized, not messy, like when everything is in its right place. She keeps her room tidy. Well, that means her room is clean and everything is in order. I need to tidy my desk. So this means I have to clean and organize my desk, right? The house looks tidy after cleaning. It means the house is neat and clean now. The word tie means a piece of cloth worn around the neck, usually with a suit, like something you wear to look formal. He wore a blue tie with his shirt. Well, that means he put a blue piece of cloth around his neck to look nice. She tied her shoes before running. So this means she used a lace to fasten her shoes, right? He forgot to wear a tie to the meeting. It means he didn't put on a formal cloth around his neck. The word tights means a stretchy piece of clothing worn on the legs, usually by women, like clothes that cover your legs completely. She wore black tights under her dress. Well, that means she put on stretchy pants that cover her legs under her dress. Tights are good for cold weather. So this means they keep your legs warm when it's cold, right? The tights are too tight for me. It means the stretchy pants are too small or uncomfortable for my legs. The word till means until, up to a certain time, like waiting or doing something until a time comes. We will wait till the train arrives. Well, that means we will stay and wait until the train comes. I work till 5 p.m. today. So this means my work will finish at 5 o'clock, right? She studied till midnight last night. It means she kept studying until it became very late at night. The word timetable means a plan showing when things will happen, like classes or trains, like a schedule for different events. Check the timetable for your bus. Well, that means look at the schedule to see when the bus comes. The school timetable is online. So this means the schedule for classes can be found on the internet, right? I have a busy timetable this week. It means I have many things to do at specific times this week. The word toast means bread that is browned by heat, usually in a toaster. Like bread that's heated until it's crispy. I eat toast with butter for breakfast. Well, that means I eat crispy bread with butter in the morning. He made toast for everyone. So this means he prepared crispy bread for all of us, right? She burned the toast in the toaster. It means she made the bread too crispy and it got too dark. The word toe means one of the 5 parts at the end of your foot, like the little parts that help you balance when you walk. She hurt her toe while running. Well, that means she injured one of the small parts of her foot. I painted my toenails red. So this means I painted the nails on my toes, right? He has a small bruise on his toe. It means he has a little injury on the end of his foot. The word toilets means rooms or places with a toilet for people to use, like a bathroom where you go to the toilet. There are toilets at the train station. Well, that means you can find places to use the toilet at the station. She went to the toilets to wash her hands. So this means she went to the bathroom to clean her hands, right? The toilets are out of order. It means the bathroom is not working properly. The word toothache means pain in one of your teeth, like when your tooth hurts because of something. He has a toothache and needs to see a dentist. Well, that means his tooth hurts and he should visit a doctor for teeth. She had a bad toothache last night. So this means her tooth hurt a lot, right? I feel a toothache when I eat something cold. It means my tooth hurts when I eat cold food. The word toothbrush means a small brush used for cleaning your teeth, like a tool to make your teeth clean. I brush my teeth with a toothbrush every morning. Well, that means I use a small brush to clean my teeth in the morning. She bought a new toothbrush yesterday. So this means Uh, she got a new brush to clean her teeth, right? Don't forget your toothbrush when traveling. It means make sure you bring your brush to clean your teeth on your trip. The word top means the highest part of something, like the upper part of a building or something. She is wearing a red top. Well, that means she's wearing a shirt or blouse that is red, you know. He reached the top of the mountain. So this means he went to the highest point of the mountain, right? The top of the cake was decorated with flowers. It means the highest part of the cake had flowers on it. The word tour means a journey to visit places for enjoyment or learning, like when you travel around to see new things. They went on a tour of Europe last summer. Well, that means they traveled around different places in Europe, you know. I'll take a guided tour of the museum. So this means I'll visit the museum with someone showing me around, right? She enjoyed the city tour very much. It means she had a fun time visiting the city with a guide. The phrase tour guide means a person who shows visitors around places, like someone who explains things when you visit a new place. The tour guide told us about the history of the castle. Well, that means the person showing us around explained the story of the castle, you know. We need a tour guide to explore the city. So this means we want someone to help us visit and learn about the city, right? She is a tour guide at the famous museum. It means she works as someone who helps visitors in the museum. The word tourist means a person who visits places for enjoyment or learning, like someone who travels to see new things. The tourist took a picture of the monument. Well, that means the person visiting took a photo of the big statue or building. You know, she's a tourist visiting Paris for the first time. So this means she is traveling to Paris because she wants to see the city, right? The city gets many tourists during the summer. It means lots of people visit the city when it's warm. The word towel means a piece of cloth used for drying things, like your body or hands, like something you use after a shower or washing. I need a towel to dry my hair. Well, that means I need a cloth to make my hair dry, you know. She wiped her face with a towel. So this means she used a cloth to clean her face, right? He left his towel at the beach. It means he forgot his cloth on the sand after swimming. The word toy means an object for children to play with, like something you use to have fun or play games. She gave her child a new toy. Well, that means she gave a fun object for her child to play with, you know. The toy car can move by itself. So this means the small car can go without anyone pushing it, right? My dog loves playing with toys. It means my dog enjoys playing with fun objects like balls. The word traffic means the movement of vehicles and people on the roads, like cars, buses, and people moving around. There's a lot of traffic on the highway today. Well, that means many cars are moving slowly on the road. You know, the traffic was heavy during rush hour. So this means there were a lot of cars and people on the road at busy times, right? She was stuck in traffic for an hour. It means she couldn't move quickly because there were too many cars. The phrase traffic light means a light on the road that shows when to stop or go, like the red, yellow, and green lights on the road. The traffic light turned green, so we go. Well, that means the light changed to green and we could drive, you know. He stopped at the red traffic light. So this means he waited because the light was red, right? There are 3 colors on a traffic light: red, yellow, and green. It means a traffic light has 3 lights to control the traffic. The word trainer means a person who teaches or helps people learn or exercise, like someone who shows you how to do things better. She is a trainer at the gym. Well, that means she helps people exercise and get stronger, you know. The trainer showed me how to lift weights. So this means the person helped me understand how to use the equipment, right? He is a trainer for the soccer team. It means he teaches the players how to play better and practice. The word tram means a vehicle that moves on tracks in the city, usually for public transport, like a small train that goes through the streets. We took the tram to the museum. Well, that means we used the city vehicle on tracks to get to the museum, you know. The tram was very crowded this morning. So this means many people were riding the tram together, right? There is a tram station near my house. It means there is a place where you can wait for the tram close to where I live. The word trip means a journey or visit to another place, usually for fun, like when you go somewhere to see new things or relax. We went on a trip to the mountains last weekend. Well, that means we traveled to the mountains for a short visit, you know? She's planning a trip to the beach. So this means she wants to visit the beach soon, right? The trip to Paris was amazing. It means the visit to Paris was really enjoyable. The word try means to attempt or do something to see if you can succeed. Like when you make an effort to do something new. I will try to finish my homework before dinner. Well, that means I will make an effort to complete my homework before eating, you know? She tried to learn how to dance. So this means she attempted to learn dancing, right? He tried his best to pass the exam. It means he made a big effort to do well on the test. The phrase try on something means to put clothes or shoes on to see if they fit or look good. Like when you wear something in a store before deciding to buy it. I will try on this jacket to see if it fits. Well, that means I'm going to put on the jacket to check if it suits me. You know, she tried on a new dress at the store. So this means she wore the dress to see how it looks, right? He tried on the shoes, but they were too small. It means he wore the shoes and they didn't fit well. The word tune means to adjust or change something, like a musical instrument, so it sounds correct, like making sure a piano or guitar sounds right. I need to tune my guitar before playing. Well, that means I need to adjust the strings to make sure it sounds good. You know, the piano was out of tune, so I had to fix it. So this means the piano didn't sound right, and I needed to adjust it, right? He tunes his violin every day. It means he makes sure his violin sounds good every day. The word turn means to move or change direction, like when you change where you're going or how you're facing. Turn left at the traffic light. Well, that means go to the left side when you reach the light. You know, she turned around to see who was calling her. So this means she moved her body to look in the other direction, right? He turned the page to read more. It means he flipped the page to continue reading. The phrase turn off means to stop the power or make something not work. Like when you stop a light or a machine, please turn off the TV when you leave the room. Well, that means please stop the TV before you go, you know. I turned off the lights to save energy. So this means I switched off the lights to use less power, right? Don't forget to turn off your phone at the cinema. It means remember to stop your phone from making noise at the movies. The phrase turn on means to start the power or make something work. Like when you make a light or machine start, can you turn on the air conditioner? Well, that means can you start the air conditioner to make the room cooler? You know? He turned on the computer to check his email. So this means he started the computer to look at his messages, right? She turned on the radio to listen to music. It means she started the radio to hear music. The word twice means 2 times, like when something happens 2 times in total. I have been to Paris twice. Well, that means I went to Paris 2 times. You know, she visits her grandmother twice a week. So this means she goes to see her grandmother 2 times every week, right? He called me twice yesterday. It means he called me 2 times yesterday. The word type means a kind or category of something, like a specific group or style of things. There are many types of music to choose from. Well, that means there are different kinds of music. You know, she likes all types of food. So this means she enjoys eating different kinds of food, right? What type of movie do you like? It means which kind of movie do you enjoy? The word tire means the rubber part of a car, bike, or other vehicle that touches the ground. Like the round things on cars that help them move. The car has a flat tire. Well, that means the rubber part of the car is not filled with air and is flat, you know. I need to buy new tires for my bicycle. So this means I have to get new rubber parts for my bike to make it work, right? He changed the tire of the car. It means he replaced the rubber part of the car to fix it. The word umbrella means a tool used to protect you from rain or sun, like something you hold over your head to stay dry. She opened the umbrella when it started to rain. Well, that means um, she used the umbrella to stay dry, you know? I forgot to bring my umbrella today. So this means I didn't bring the tool to protect myself from the rain, right? He has a big red umbrella. It means he owns a large umbrella that is red in color. The word uncle means the brother of your mother or father, like your parent's sibling. Like, my uncle is visiting us this weekend. Well, that means my mother's or father's brother is coming to stay with us, you know? She loves her uncle very much. So this means she has a strong affection for her mother's or father's brother, right? We are going to my uncle's house for dinner. It means we will eat at the home of my mother's or father's brother. The word unfortunately means used when something bad or not good happens, like when something goes wrong and you are sorry about it. Unfortunately, we missed the bus. Well, that means we couldn't catch the bus and it was a bad thing, you know? She unfortunately lost her wallet. So this means she lost her wallet and it was an unlucky situation, right? Unfortunately, the concert was canceled. It means the concert was stopped and that was bad news. The word unhappy means feeling sad or not happy, uh, like when you don't feel good or pleased. She felt unhappy because she lost her keys. Well, that means she was sad because she couldn't find her keys, you know? He was unhappy about the bad weather. So this means he didn't like the weather and it made him feel sad, right? I am unhappy with my grade on the test. It means I feel sad because my test result wasn't good. The word uniform means clothes worn by people in the same group, like in a school or a job, like a special set of clothes that look the same for everyone. The students have to wear a uniform to school. Well, that means the students must wear the same clothes to school, you know? She put on her uniform before going to work. So this means she wore her special work clothes before starting her job, right? The team's uniform is blue and white. It means the clothes the team wears are blue and white. The word unusual means not common or different from what is normal, like something that is strange or rare. It's unusual to see snow in this city. Well, that means it's rare or not normal for snow to fall here, you know? He has an unusual way of thinking. So this means he thinks in a way that is different from most people, right? The food at that restaurant is quite unusual. It means the food there is different from what you would expect. The phrase up the road, street, etc. means a short distance away along the road or street, like something that is not far from where you are. The supermarket is just up the road. Well, that means the supermarket is a short walk or drive from here, you know? Her house is up the street on the left. So this means her house is a little farther along the street on the left side, right? There's a cafe up the road from here. It means there is a cafe a little way along the road from where we are. The word upset means feeling sad, angry, or worried because of something, like when something makes you feel unhappy or disturbed. She was upset after hearing the bad news. Well, that means she felt sad or angry because of the bad news, you know? He felt upset because he lost his keys. So this means he was sad or frustrated because his keys were missing, right? I was upset when I didn't get the job. It means I felt disappointed or sad because I didn't get the job. The word upstairs means on a higher floor in a building, like the floor above where you are now. I live upstairs in this building. Well, that means I live on the floor, a ground level, ground level. She went upstairs to her room. So this means she went to the higher floor to her personal space, right? The bathroom is upstairs. It means the bathroom is located on the higher floor of the building. The word useful means something that helps you or is helpful in some way, like when something makes a task easier or better. This book is very useful for my studies. Well, that means this book helps me a lot with learning, you know? The map is useful for finding your way around the city. So this means the map helps you know where to go, right? He gave me some useful advice. It means he gave me helpful suggestions that made things easier. The word usually means most of the time, or in most cases, like when something happens regularly. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Well, that means I wake up at 7 a.m. most of the time, you know. She usually eats lunch at noon. So this means she eats lunch around 12 p.m. most days, right? We usually go to the park on weekends. It means we visit the park most weekends. The word various means many different types or kinds of something. Uh, like when there is a variety of things or choices, there are various books on the shelf. Well, that means um, there are many different kinds of books on the shelf, you know? She tried various foods during her trip. So this means she ate many different types of food while traveling, right? We have various options for our holiday. It means we have many different choices for where to go on holiday. The word video means a recording of moving images and sounds, usually played on a screen, like a movie or something you watch on your phone or TV. She watched a video about animals. Well, that means she saw a moving picture recording about animals. You know, I will send you a video of my vacation. So this means I will share a recording of my holiday with you, right? We watched a funny video on YouTube. It means we saw a funny moving picture. The phrase video game. The phrase video game means a game that you play on a screen, like on a computer or console, like something you control with buttons or a screen. He loves playing video games after school. Well, that means he enjoys playing games on a screen when he finishes school, you know? She plays video games with her friends online. So this means she plays games on a screen with her friends over the internet, right? I don't play video games very often. It means I don't usually play games on a view. Word means what you can see from a particular place, like the scene or things that are visible to you. The view from my window is beautiful. Well, that means what I can see from my window is very nice, you know? We had a great view of the ocean. So this means we could see the ocean clearly, and it looked beautiful, right? She enjoyed the view of the mountains. It means she liked looking at the mountains from where she was. The word violin means a musical instrument with 4 strings that you play with a bow, like an instrument that makes music when you move a stick across its strings. She plays the violin in the orchestra. Well, that means she uses the violin to make music in a big group of musicians. You know, he is learning to play the violin. So this means he is practicing and getting better at playing the violin, right? The violin sounds beautiful when played well. It means the instrument sounds very nice when someone plays it skillfully. The word visitor means a person who comes to see someone or go somewhere, like someone who is visiting from another place. We have a visitor at our house today. Well, that means someone is coming to see us at home today. You know, the museum has many visitors every day. So this means a lot of people come to the museum every day, right? She is a visitor from another country. It means she is someone who came from a different country to visit. The word vocabulary means the collection of words that a person knows or uses, like all the words you understand or can speak. Her vocabulary is very large because she reads a lot. Well, that means she knows many words because she reads many books, you know? I need to learn new vocabulary for my English test. So this means I have to study new words for my test, right? He has a good vocabulary in Spanish. It means he knows many words in Spanish. The word volleyball means a sport where 2 teams hit a ball over a net, trying to make it land on the other team's side. Like a game where you use your hands to hit a ball back and forth. They played volleyball at the beach. Well, that means they had a game where they hit a ball over a net on the sand, you know? She loves playing volleyball with her friends. So this means she enjoys hitting the ball over the net with her friends, right? He's very good at volleyball. It means he plays the game really well. The word walking means the activity of moving by foot, usually at a slow speed, like when you move around using your legs without running. She enjoys walking in the park every morning. Well, that means she likes to go for a walk in the park early every day, you know. I go walking in the evening to relax. So this means I walk around slowly in the evening to feel calm, right? He was walking to work when it started raining. It means he was moving on foot to his job when the rain began. The word wallet means a small flat case where you keep money, cards, and ID, uh, like a thing you carry in your pocket or bag for your cash and cards. I put my money in my wallet. Well, that means I keep my cash in a small flat case. She lost her wallet at the store. So this means she couldn't find her wallet when she was at the shop, right? His wallet is made of leather. It means his small case for money is made from animal skin. The word war means a conflict between groups or countries, often involving fighting, like when countries or groups fight each other with soldiers. The country has been in war for many years. Well, that means they have been fighting with other countries for a long time. They discuss the effects of war on the economy. So this means they talked about how fighting between countries changes the economy, right? War can bring a lot of destruction. It means fighting between groups or countries can cause a lot of damage. The phrase wash up means to clean dishes or your hands, often after eating, like washing the plates, cups, or your hands after a meal. I always wash up after dinner. Well, that means I clean the plates and cups after eating. She asked me to wash up before leaving. So this means she wanted me to clean my hands or dishes before I go, right? He was busy washing up the dishes. It means he was cleaning the plates after the meal. The phrase washing machine means a machine used to wash clothes automatically, like a device that cleans your clothes without you needing to do it by hand. I put my clothes in the washing machine. Well, that means I place my dirty clothes into the machine that cleans them. She uses the washing machine to clean her clothes. So this means she lets the machine clean her clothes for her, right? The washing machine broke down yesterday. It means the machine that cleans clothes stopped working yesterday. The phrase washing up means the act of cleaning dishes after a meal, like when you wash the plates, cups, and other items used during eating. He is doing the washing up after lunch. Well, that means he is cleaning the dishes after they ate. I don't like doing the washing up. So this means I don't enjoy cleaning the dishes after eating, right? She finished the washing up before leaving. Means she cleaned all the dishes before she left. The word way means a method or style of doing something, like a manner of doing things or the direction you go. There are many ways to solve this problem. Well, that means there are different methods or styles you can use to fix this issue. She showed me the best way to cook pasta. So this means she taught me the best method to prepare pasta, right? I don't know the way to the station. It means I don't know the direction to the station. The phrase web page means a single page on the internet that can show information, pictures, and links, like a part of a website where you find specific things. I found the information on their web page. Well, that means I got the details from the page on their website. She visited my web page to learn more. So this means she looked at my page on the internet to get more information, right? The web page is not loading properly. It means the page on the internet isn't opening correctly. The word weekday means any of the days from Monday to Friday, excluding Saturday and Sunday, like the days when most people work or go to school. I work from Monday to Friday, so my weekdays are busy. Well, that means I have a lot of work during the days from Monday to Friday. She goes to the gym on weekdays. So this means she works out at the gym from Monday to Friday, right? Weekdays are not as fun as the weekend. It means the days from Monday to Friday are less enjoyable than Saturday and Sunday.